Hi guys, it's Blue the White Wolf here. So I made a poll on my community, on my channel, to see which backstory you guys wanted to, I lost my words, which wolf you wanted the backstory to the most, and it added up to Blue. She had the most votes, so, as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be doing Blue's backstory about when she was born and what her journey has been like throughout the years of her life. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. I know it's probably going to be a little bit long because Blue has had a hard life and it's going to be a long journey. So if I say a lot of words like so multiple times, it's just a bad habit I have. Please try to ignore the things that I say over and over again. But let's get into Blue's backstory. So Blue was born around my real birthday, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to give out too much personal information. But Blue was, I guess you could say she was kind of the smallest, and my picture just changed on the video. I'm sorry, it's terrifying, I know. But Blue, she has, from a few of you know, she has, I think, she has other siblings, and they're not all the same color as her. So the oldest sibling she has is Stasker. He is like a brown, black, and just a dark colored wolf with orange eyes. He's the oldest, so he's like 27. The second oldest is Raina. She has blue eyes, and her and Blue never really got along that well because Blue, like, believed in more things than what Raina did. So they didn't really get along because they disagreed on a lot of things. But Raina has black on her muzzle, on her ears, on her paws, and on her tail tip. But she is white everywhere else. So that's kind of where different kinds of genes and stuff come in. And then Blue's little sister is Riley. The character credit for Riley goes to Riley Smiley. I did not make her. I just knew that Blue had a little sister, so I didn't really think that Blue would have as many siblings as I did, because before, when I created her, I was like 8 or 9, and I was like, okay, well, I'm having dreams about a big wolf. That's it. So I never really thought about anything until I got older, and, you know, I decided more and came up with more for her because I wanted her to become a character. Because I'm always writing the beginning of books and stuff, but I never finish it. So I created a YouTube channel, and my name now is Blue the White Wolf, so I changed it. And most of you know stuff about Blue. She had a hard life. Her father, her biological father went off somewhere. Her biological father is white with green eyes. He has more of a British accent. And her father she has at her home was very abusive. He never liked Blue, Riley, her youngest brother Dakota, or anything like that. So it was really hard for her because he pushed them to do more work. So they never really had a good life. The only time they had fun was when they were playing together, when they had free time after training or something. So it was really hard for them. Blue is a very caring person. I posted this picture currently on the screen got a year ago, probably, I think. And it was where the orange wolf is Kita and the white wolf is Blue, obviously. And Kita was being kicked out of the pack because she wasn't supposed to have pups in the pack, and the leader wouldn't accept it. So Blue had a hard time, and you can tell from the things that I post, like, she's a very caring person, wolf, she's both of those. But she also has a very unique personality. At the same time, she's caring, but she can be very fierce. Yeah. She never liked playing with others. She never really liked to play with others because she had anxiety and she was very alone and depressed all the time. Mainly part of that depression and sadness, anger, fear is because of her father. She would take the hits for every one of her siblings. She saved her mother from being attacked by her father, so she had a rough time coping with it. She hated the idea that she had to protect her family, so one day she ran away. She just left. And when she ran away and she found herself, she woke up on a beach, which there was a den, a really, really big cave den type thing, and she woke up and there was a black wolf with orange eyes right in front of her. So she freaked out. She was injured from trying to prove herself to her dad that she could hunt and not be a weakling, and that's how she met Aquila. She didn't trust him at the very beginning, but she found comfort around him. She could always talk to him about things. He would listen. He would give her advice. He would calm her down whenever she got freaked out over a noise or something. Aquila is basically like the best guy on the planet Earth. So because she found this connection with Aquila, she really liked him and he liked her, and thankfully his parents were more respectful than what her parents were, because she only knew how to act on how she was raised, so she tried to act like very strong. She tried to act like she didn't have any fears, like she wasn't afraid of anything. But whenever someone walked up behind her or made a noise in her ear, she would jump and completely freak out. She was pretty much traumatized for about a few months. But she decided to live with Aquila, and their bond only grew so much stronger that they decided that they should be together and they were soulmates, and it was true. They loved each other and there was no breaking them apart. And I think that's one of the things just about fairy tales or something, but they do have fights occasionally, but that's just every relationship, right? So after they decided that they were in a good relationship for about 2-3 years, so she was, let's see, she's a vampire, so she's remained 20 years old for a long time, but she was probably 15 years old when she ran away, so I suck at math. I have to count with my fingers. So she was with him for about 5 years, and they decided to get married, and when they did, they had their first child, and there was a lot of stress, but Blue loved being a mother. She knew that it came with responsibility and hard work, and sometimes that meant not sleeping at night. Sometimes that means she can't buy herself anything. She'd have to get everything for her kids. But she was willing to commit. She was willing to be a good mother. She prayed to God that she could be a better mother because she was so down about herself all the time. After Blue's child, we'll name him Rick. Why not? I'm just coming up with the names because I've ran out of names. But Rick had a good life. He was raised right, but Blue did everything she could to avoid being a bad parent like what her father was and how her mother was, but she had to be strict because she didn't want her kid to end up like her, because she completely changed throughout her life. I mean, she got bossier, she got, I guess you could say, more aggressive because of her past, just anger, depression, sadness. I think sadness took over more because she had missed her family, but she really wanted her kid to be the best, even though she knew there is no such thing as perfect child or something like that. There's like no perfect person. We may think that there's a perfect person because maybe they're cute, maybe they're nice, maybe they're, I don't know, but there's never really a perfect person in life. So Blue really tried her hardest to get her kid to want to study, to want to learn about things, and she did good until her son reached about 15. He got way more bossy and sassy. He got that from his mother. So Blue had to work extra hard and be extra strict because Rick thought everything was okay and he could do whatever he wanted. But that's not the case with Blue, and she got very upset by his response when she told him to just clean up his room. He had a few books lying around and he yelled at her, and she yelled back a lot louder and freaked him out, and that kind of set him into the right place. Got him, and as soon as she yelled, it was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna listen to my mom because I didn't know she could yell like that. And that was the first time she had yelled at him like that, because all the other times he would listen. So Akila was kind of shocked too. He was like, holy crap. Like, it shook the whole house. Well, it didn't shake the house, but it was enough to hear from like a few houses down. It was like, okay, we know not to mess with this girl anymore. We're good. So from that understanding, you could kind of tell she loved her son so much that she would do anything for him. But you know, there's a point when you just get fed up. And Blue has a very low, let's see, what would you call it? I'm trying to make this video as fast as I can because I don't want to waste everybody's time. I guess you could say she's just, in my eyes, she is the perfect mother. Because, God, she's hilarious. You gotta have a comedy mom. Because if a mother's not funny, I mean, she has to be funny. She's a comedian. She's great. But she's funny, she's strict, she's loving, and she can also be very gentle. So that was a very good thing for her as a mother to understand. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because it's already 16 minutes long, and that's a long time for me to be talking. I don't think I actually ever talked to anyone that long. But I will see you guys in another video post or something. And I hope you enjoyed it because I had fun talking about it. It was good for something just to like talk about. So if you watched the whole video, thank you. I appreciate it. And goodbye.